Hey guys, in this video we will learn how to scrape Google results using PHP. And as a quick demo, for example, whenever we go on Google and we search for something, let's say sport news, we get all these results. And in this video, it's gonna be a short video, but in this video we will scrape all these results and we will show them on our website without having to go on google.com and search for them. So if you pay attention to the URL right now after you search, you can see that there's google.com/search, and then there should be a query. So this is the query we see right now, which is sport news. So this is what we will need, and let's get rid of the stuff before and then the stuff after it, because we don't need all these variables for now. So if I press enter, it shows the same result. So this is the URL we will be working with. Now I'm gonna go ahead and create a PHP file. So I'm working on htdocs folder because I'm using XAMPP, and if you know how to use XAMPP, you know that this htdocs is the main folder on my local host. So here I'm gonna create a new file, which is gonna be index.php, and then here I'm gonna open and close PHP tags. So here we will have I'm gonna use the curl PHP native function, and I'm gonna initiate the curl session now. So I'll have here a variable which is gonna be I don't know, let's say let's name it curl, and here we'll have curl init, and then on the next line we will use curl set option to indicate what's the URL from where we want to scrape results. So here we'll have curl set opt, and then having our curl variable, and the next parameter is going to be the curl URL. Alright, and then here we have the actual URL from where we want to scrape the result. So I copy the whole URL from here and just paste it there. Alright, now on the next line we will have mainly the same thing, but here it's gonna be the curl follow location. I'm just gonna remove this like that, and here's gonna be follow location, and this is gonna be true. So what this will do is whenever you go on Google, google.com, this is the main domain, but if you go on Google from a different specific country, for example from, I don't know, UK or Romania or Russia, for Russia this is gonna be google.ru, for Romania ro, so this is what this function does. We will let Google know that we are okay if Google will redirect to a different location. Okay, now on the next line we will have the we will set return transfer to true. So where we'll have follow location, this is going to be return transfer. Which means we need an answer. We want to get a return from this URL. We want to get want to scrape the stuff from there and then assign it to a specific variable. So this is what we will do on the next line. We will have a variable which is going to be the result, and we will execute all this curl and assign the result to this variable. So we'll have curl exec, and then here we put the curl variable. Okay, now below we want to close this curl, so we have curl close, and then here we have the curl variable, and then below let's output and see what's gonna show up on the page. So we have echo result. I'm gonna save this file. I'm gonna open my browser and here I'll type in localhost because I have my index.php on the localhost. So we see that it outputs the actually Google results right now. There's also a field here, and if you search for something else, this URL is changing, but it doesn't go away from our localhost. This could be our website's domain, but it doesn't go away. It still stays on the same place. So now what I want to do is I want to get rid of everything we have here. I want to get rid of this form and just show the results only. So to do that, I'm gonna go back here, and there is a PHP library which is simple HTML DOM. So I wanna go through all these DOMs and just get the specific, because if I'm going on Google right now, this is all HTML. So I want to get from this page just the URL name, like for example sports, latest Google News. It's just to show you how you can work with this simple HTML DOM library. So let's go ahead and Google and search for simple HTML DOM, and I think this is the website. Yeah, the website is simplehtmldom.sourceforge.io, and wherever it says download latest version from SourceForge, just click there, and then from here download latest version, and just wait for a few seconds here. Okay, so it is in my downloads folder. This is the simple DOM, and I'm gonna unzip it, and then from here I will need just this file, simple HTML DOM.php. I don't need the examples, I don't need the manual and any other file from here. So I'm just gonna copy this file from here, and I will paste it in my htdocs where my index.php file is, and then open my text editor, and I'm gonna include this file on top. .php. Now I'm gonna comment this line from here because we don't need it anymore. So here we will have another a variable. We will assign a new object from this file to that variable. So we will have, let's say, DOM results, and we will assign a new object which is simple HTML DOM. And then below we have DOM results, and we want to load the results. So we have load, and then here result, and then below here we will have a for each, and we will be looking for let's say for links only. We will be looking for URLs in our HTML, because if we check the source code, in the source code we have, let's see, so we have all these URLs here. So I want to take each URL by URL and just output the URL name, the name of it. Like for example, let's report inappropriate. Let me see, just these ones, just the name of the result. So let's go ahead and type in here for each, and we have here DOM results. We want to find in this object a href calls the probably is this one URL question mark, we close this, and then next as link. Alright, now here is gonna be an if statement which will check if we want to output only the URLs that have a name, because it actually, let me just show you. So we have icon for now, and we want to output the link and then plain text. Let's add here br like that. Now let's go. Okay, so it looks like I didn't close. Okay, let's see what kind of error we get on that. So if I go back on the local host and refresh the page, of course I'm getting an error 17. Oh, I forgot to put find. So this is the find function. This is the function from our simple HTML DOM object, which will look for the URLs. And still it shows like something is wrong here. Let's see. Anyway, it looks like it's working now. And we see here we have the week in sport bidding. So these are all the results from Google. If you look for this is a URL to one of the videos from the top stories, and let's see what other sport later news. If we copy this one from here and look for this URL from here. So having this simple HTML DOM, we can do a bunch of stuff. We can just navigate through all the HTML page like this and look for specific tags and just take the tags and output just the tags, where we can output everything. We can output the whole page if we want to. So that's all for this tutorial, guys. If you find it useful, just thumbs up on this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If it happens to have, so what I wanted to say here about an if statement, if it happens to have, sometimes it may happen that you have empty lines. So to avoid those empty lines, you could have an if statement which will check if it's different than empty. Like that, then you output this one. So it's pretty much the same thing, but we'll just avoid the empty lines, empty URLs. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.